In today's video, we're going to go through the best sealed investments from $10 all the way through to $2,000 and everything else in between. Now, these investment choices have been chosen by myself, and in my opinion, I chose them off what I thought is going to perform the best in the next 3 to 5 year period. These are just products that I think are going to give you the best return on investment from $10 all the way through to $2,000. Let's start off with $10. Now look, $10 this day and age doesn't really buy you much in the Pokemon card world when it comes to the amount of demand, the amount of scalpers, the amount of people just eating up product like crazy. It's artificially inflated a lot of prices, so $10 does not buy you much. If it were me, I would buy this. Paldea Evolved Sleeved Booster Pack. Paldea Evolved is one of those sets that are about to hop out of rotation in the coming months. In fact, it's going to be April next year that it goes out of rotation, and with some good cards inside it, including one of the nicest, in my opinion, artworks, the whole Scarlet and Violet era, that beautiful Magikarp by Shinji Kanda. I think the sleeved booster, which adds that extra little bit of protection, is going to be the best investment where you can park your money in the next 3 to 5 years. You know, you should be able to double that in the next 3 to 5 years quite comfortably. I can see it being a $30 sleeved booster in the next 5 years for sure. So easy double or triple your money there. Now, the thing about this video is that there's massive differences in price points. You know, it's that time of the year, particularly with Christmas around the corner, holiday period, everyone's got so many different priorities to be spending their money. So, you know, that's why I wanted to do $10 all the way through to $2,000. So no matter where you sit, you can jump in and enjoy the Pokemon investing hobby. Next up, $20. What would I get with $20? I'd get a Prismatic Evolutions tin. The Jolteon one here that I've got up in the example on the screen, this is the cheapest tin you can buy from, well, according to market price, from Prismatic Evolutions. I think anything Prismatic Evolutions at the moment is a fantastic investment. This is arguably, in my opinion, the strongest set from Scarlet and Violet era. Does it mean it's the most investable? Possibly not. I would still think 151 is going to be neck and neck with it as an investment, even though I think Prismatic is the strongest set. 151 just brings that level of nostalgia, but this, in my opinion, would be probably the best place you can park $20 at the moment. Prismatic Evolutions, it's been out next month, 1 whole year, believe it or not, and we know there was a massive print run, but I think the printers will start slumming down on that set with so many other sets that need reprinting, particularly that tail end of Scarlet and Violet, and of course, Mega Evolution. Where would I park $30? I would put it into a 3-pack blister, probably something like this up on the screen, Silver Tempest. Silver Tempest is the last main set from Sword and Shield era. Of course, it was finished off with the holiday set, Crown Zenith, but Silver Tempest was a fan favorite set, mainly because of that awesome Lugia chase card you could pull from it. That is one of the best Lugia artworks we've ever seen, and as a raw price, it still holds up as one of the most expensive, not the, of course, but one of the most expensive Lugia cards you can get from the whole TCG. This is an awesome looking card. $30, that's where I'd park my money. 3-pack blisters are an awesome entry point into the sealed investing hobby. If we chase all the way back to lots of other eras, particularly for argument's sake, something like EX era, when we're talking the blister packs, you can pick up twin blister packs or triple blister packs from then, and they are just going for massive amounts of money. And even if we go back a little bit to Sun and Moon era, we see some of the more popular 3-pack blisters and even some of the unpopular 3-pack blisters going for massive amounts of money. Again, it's that extra safety of having the sealed. You know the booster packs inside can't be tampered with, which people will pay a slight premium for that fact. Where would I park $40? With the 30th anniversary just around the corner, I think I'll be parking it into Celebrations. You can get the mini tins for around that $40 mark, and with that, you could even pick up the Kanto mini tin, the Kanto with the original 3 starters on there. Celebrations, look, it's not the greatest set, but like I said, with 30th anniversary around the corner, Celebrations has really been starting to pick up in the last 6 months. I get it, lots of things have been picking up over the last 6 months, but Celebrations in particular really has. And like I was saying, with 30th anniversary around the corner, I think anything Celebrations is a good sealed investment at the moment. And $40 will get you one of these beautiful little mini tins which has some Celebrations packs inside there. $50. Where would I park $50? It's hard, isn't it? You think, oh, $50, that's an easy spend. And it's like, well, no, it's not really. Like, it doesn't even buy you an elite trainer box these days. The market price, even on something like a Shrouded Fable elite trainer box from Scarlet and Violet era, is well above $50. So it can't buy you an elite trainer box. Unless you happen to get a good deal on one, I would suggest, spending $50 on an elite trainer box. But what does it get you? It gets you booster bundles these days. And I tell you a sneaky good set from Scarlet and Violet era. That's Black Bolt. Black Bolt's total set value is actually really high. It's the second highest total set value from the whole Scarlet and Violet era behind Prismatic Evolutions. It has a strong total set value. At $50, I think a booster bundle with 6 packs inside there would be a good investment. Before we keep moving along to $70, $100, all the way through to $2,000, I just wanted to give a shout out to today's video sponsor, which is of course the Collector app. You can download it from the link in the description. You can follow my journey down in the content creators section. There's some awesome updates done to this app. If you don't have it, I urge you to get it. If you do have it, of course, update it. There's some cool things, like you can check out market movers in your portfolio to see what products and cards have been making moves on your behalf in both the positive and negative direction, as well as showing, when you click your account tab, you used to be able to see total money spent and then what your paper value is, so your total value of your whole collection. Well, now once you sell something, you can mark that through, so you can actually see what profit you've made off selling. So it's almost like a commerce app at the moment with that. It is such a good app. And for a collector/investor, you can see so much data, particularly if you sign up as a pro user. You can see like 5 years worth of data on sealed product and singles. So crazy app, easy, good, so good to use. $70. Again, 3-pack blisters. I'd buy myself a Fusion Strike one. There's two beautiful promos actually. You can get an Eevee or an Espeon. My personal preference is the Espeon. Espeon's one of my favorite evolutions. I love the Espeon artwork that comes inside Fusion Strike, so I think it couples with that really nicely. Fusion Strike's a phenomenal Pokemon card set. It's seen some dip in the booster box price recently, but it's so good. Its top 5 hits are good. The artwork on all the sealed products is phenomenal. The promos, the Eevee and the Espeon are just awesome. I think $70, that's going to become $150 3-pack blister at the blink of an eye. Like in 3 to 5 years, the time frame that I'm talking, like just total return on investment, great investment for $70. Right, we're up to $100. I would pick up a 151 booster bundle. Like I was saying before, anything 151 will be a phenomenal investment. That nostalgia will just drive that set until the cows come home. And the fact that it has all original 151 Pokemon, you've got some awesome SIR chase cards, one of the nicest SIRs from the whole Scarlet and Violet era, that beautiful Alakazam, coupled with the 3 original starters in Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise. Like, this set takes no explanation, so I'm going to stop explaining it. That $100 for a booster bundle. I know it sounds expensive because you're getting only 6 packs, but again, I can see that being like a $200 to $300 product in the next 3 to 5 years. We're going to jump ahead pretty rapidly here to $200. What would I buy with $200? I would buy a Crown Zenith Elite Trainer Box. Crown Zenith Elite Trainer Boxes have taken a small hit recently. I don't really know why. I guess everything's taken a small hit, particularly all those things that rose so rapidly in the last 6 months. Crown Zenith is a show-off. It's a show-off set. It's a show-off set of how good Sword and Shield era artworks were. Now look, love it or hate it, you might think Scarlet and Violet has awesome artwork. You might love those Terra hats. You might love the artwork style that Scarlet and Violet brought us. Now, I'm not saying I hate it or I dislike it even, but I don't think the artwork from Scarlet and Violet era was anywhere near as good as the artwork from Sword and Shield era. Particularly, of course, the latter half of Sword and Shield era when we got the introduction of alternate art Pokemon cards. The artwork on those, in my opinion, is nicer than special illustration rares. Again, you can have your own opinion. This is just mine. And Crown Zenith is a show-off of how good the artwork style was from Sword and Shield era. That whole Galarian gallery just absolutely smokes it. That is such a good Pokemon card set. That $200 Elite Trainer Box, 3 to 5 years, could be $400, could be $500, could be $600. It's probably going to be sitting somewhere around $400 to $500 in my opinion. $250, what would I buy with that? And I know this is just a smidgen over, so you might be able to buy a deal on it, but I love Twilight Masquerade. I think Twilight Masquerade is a really strong set from Scarlet and Violet era. I think it's going to perform quite well long term. I get it, people have differing opinions on it. It has one of the best and nicest chase cards from the whole Scarlet and Violet era, in my opinion. Talking about artwork, it is divisive, that Greninja. It's something different though. Like, when have we seen a Greninja chase card? And when have we seen an artwork like this? People are going to remember that, in my opinion. Coupled with the fact that we've got 2 nice trainer cards inside there, Eevee inside there, it's a better Pokemon card set, in my opinion, than what people give it credit for. I really like this. I really like the artwork on the side of the booster box and the front of the booster box, of course. I think it's just a nice Pokemon card set. And $250 US, look, there's plenty of options there. You could grab Surging Sparks as well. You could grab some other booster boxes from Scarlet and Violet era. But personally, I quite like Twilight. I think it's going to creep under the radar a little bit. $300. What would I buy with that? Prismatic Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. Again, no explanation needed. Prismatic, you've got all the evolutions inside there to pick up at market price. A Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box at $300 when we've seen what's happened with 151's Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. You've seen how much that's popped off. That should be some level of indication on what Prismatic will do in the future. Great investment at $300. What would I spend $400 on? Charizard UPC. Charizard UPC, it was a slow climber and eventually people realized how good it was after it went out of stock, because this was not short printed. This was printed to the ground, but it's the best collection of all the Sword and Shield alt art sets that you're going to get, coupled with an awesome playmat, coupled with 3 very, very nice Charizard promos. It is very exclusive. It is ultra, it is premium, and it is collectible. Everything a UPC should be. So I think that's a fantastic pickup still at $400 US. I can't see it in 3 to 5 years not being an $800 ultra premium collection. What would I get with $500? Brilliant Stars booster box. Brilliant Stars is another set, in my opinion, that is underrated. You've got Charizard alternate art as the main chase card. You've got an Arceus alternate art inside there. You've got Rainbow Charizard. So the main set brings you 3 really nice chase cards, coupled with the fact that you have the best, in my opinion, gallery from the whole Sword and Shield era. I know we've only got 4 galleries to choose from, plus of course the Galarian gallery from, but discrediting that from Crown Zenith. The 4 main sets that had trainer galleries inside them. Brilliant Stars is the best, in my opinion. Umbreon, Mimikyu, all 3 original evolutions. Like, it's a great trainer gallery, in my opinion. It's an underrated set. It's the first set that gave us that tiered chase again with trainer galleries and the chase of the big alternate art. Because before that, Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign, unless you hit an alternate art, it was like boom or bust. It was no fun opening the booster box if you didn't get anything. In this though, it's going to be fun because you're going to pull yourself some trainer galleries. What would I buy with $750 US? And I know it's a smidgen dearer, but I'd grab a Fusion Strike booster box. We just talked about Fusion Strike before, but the booster box artwork is extremely collectible. The price of the Fusion Strike booster box has dropped down recently, and I think at that, it is a good pickup. $750 to $800 US. Awesome, awesome pickup. Fusion Strike will be a very expensive booster box in the future. Think Unified Minds. That's the place that Fusion Strike will be heading in the not too distant future. What would I get with $1,000 US? And I know this is a touch cheaper, so you're going to get a fair bit of change out of this, but I would get the 151 Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. Very, very sought after, very, very exclusive product. Very nice promo inside there with a stamped Snorlax, which goes for lots of money in a PSA 10. This will be one of the collection pieces for collectors in the future. I know it's gone bonkers. Like, it's gone up in price so rapidly, so quickly, but it's going to be collectible, super collectible. Think about how much it's going to be in 5 years' time. 2 to go, $1,500 and $2,000 US. What would I get with $1,500? This is a little bit left field, but I would pick up an Unbroken Bonds Elite Trainer Box. I think this is one of the nicest Elite Trainer Boxes we've ever seen. Sun and Moon was that last year of Elite Trainer Boxes, other than Hidden Fates, where I guess you would say, I wouldn't say they were short printed, but they were certainly printed less than what Sword and Shield Elite Trainer Boxes were printed, excluding Hidden Fates, like I just mentioned. That thing got multiple reprints, but Unbroken Bonds, Elite Trainer Box, Charizard, Reshiram on the cover. The artwork is phenomenal. It's going to go down as one of those classic Elite Trainer Boxes that are worth lots and lots of money. And for Elite Trainer Box collectors that want to complete their full set, this is going to be one coveted Elite Trainer Box. And finally, with $2,000 US, what would I get? I don't think you can look past the dip that we've seen for Evolving Skies. One of the greatest Pokemon card sets, if not the greatest Pokemon card set of the modern era, Evolving Skies. This is an awesome pickup, $2,000 US. It's just slipped below that. I would grab it. It's just so good. All the evolutions, Dragonite, Rayquaza, no explanation needed. This will go down as one of the greats. Evolving Skies booster box. There you go. There's a price point for everyone that wants to enter the hobby as a sealed Pokemon card collector. Let me know your thoughts down below. Pick any one of those price points. What would you pick up with it? I'm Michael. This is Pokeoz. Thanks heaps for your support of the channel and tuning in, and I'll catch everyone next time.